They fired me before lunch. By Monday morning, they were calling me. My office at Stratus Dynamics was a tomb of glass and brushed steel. I'd spent 8 years building the backbone of their global architecture. I worked in the quiet hours while the board argued over quarterly projections. I was the ghost in the machine, the one who knew the code. On Friday morning, my badge didn't beep at the turnstile. Security was there. They took my life in a cardboard box. Marcus didn't even come out. He sent a Slack, operational restructuring. He didn't know I had the keys. By Friday afternoon, the pressure was already mounting in the executive wing. By Saturday morning, the isolation had set in. Marcus was alone. He tried to log into the master console, but his credentials were invalid. The keys were tied to a biometric heartbeat sensor on my old desk. He was locked out of his kingdom, listening to the clicking of the servers. He reached for his phone to call me, then stopped. His pride was strong. He spent 6 hours staring at code he didn't understand, hands shaking. He felt the weight of the founder's legacy pressing down on him. Then he saw the news alert. The first major client had reported an outage. Sunday morning brought the distortion. The company issued a statement, scheduled maintenance. It was a masterclass in reframing. They called the collapse an optimization phase. By Sunday night, the manipulation moved into the shadows. Marcus wanted a narrative. He met a rival firm's architect in a garage, offering a bribe for a fix. He was weaving a web of alliances to protect himself from the fallout. He didn't realize I'd already spoken to that same architect weeks ago. I knew Marcus would go to him. I knew the fix would accelerate the collapse. He thought he was playing chess, but he was just a piece on the board. He didn't see the camera recording every second of the exchange. He felt powerful. He was a king selling his crown for a glass of water. The end was near. Monday morning, 4 a.m. The betrayal was final. Marcus clicked the button. He watched in horror as the screens went white. The betrayal was his own. He had sold his soul for a lie, and the lie had just expired. Silence. By 8 a.m., the hidden damage surfaced. It was an extinction event. The courier brought an invitation. They wanted me back, offering a bonus. I replied with one page. I didn't want a salary. I wanted total control. I wanted the authority to fire the executive board, starting with Marcus. The first week was a masterclass in false resolution. I restored the system. The screens turned green. To the outside world, the crisis was over. Marcus was given a sabbatical. It looked like a victory for everyone. The reversal came on Monday morning. It came from the shadows. A dossier was leaked, detailing Marcus's attempt to bribe the rival firm. The dossier implicated the entire board. The savior became the villain. The CEO was forced to resign. Marcus was investigated for espionage. They didn't understand the leak. I had sent the dossier myself. Finality, I was the architect of the downfall, the only one standing in the ruins. The masks came off. I was no longer the ghost. I was the machine. The tower was mine. The first subpoena was served at 10 a.m. The revenge execution was silent. Marcus sat in a room that smelled of defeat. Investigators didn't care about pivots. They only cared about the wire transfer. The revenge was the erasure of his legacy, his story becoming a crime. The aftershock spread. The industry re-examined its obsession with experts. New regulations were passed, but the deeper system remained unchanged: logic.
Select now another video in our series of family and company dramas. They are all powerful stories of people coming back stronger after they have been humiliated or hurt by family members or their management. Always make sure you stay strong. Let nobody ever tell you what you are worth. You know the best. Of course.